What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again with my top 5 SEC rankings after week 4. And again, we have a shakeup. I got a surprise for you. You probably won't believe it, but this is all opinion based. So let's get into the video. And coming in at number 5 on OKB's top 5 SEC rankings after week 4. The Tennessee Volunteers. Now, Tennessee, I believe I had them at like number 3 last week. But hey, they dropped. Tennessee, that offense can put up points in droves. But in saying that, the defense gives up a lot also. In week 1 against Syracuse, that offense scored 45, but the defense gave up 26. Against East Tennessee State, offense scored 72 points while the defense gave up 17. You shouldn't be giving up 17 points against teams like East Tennessee State, all right? Then against Georgia, they put up 41 in that loss. Still a lot of points. The defense gave up 44, okay? Then this past week, Saturday, they played UAB. Offense scored 56. Defense gave up 24. That's too many for UAB. So in saying that, this Tennessee offense averages 53.5 points a game, but they give up 27.75 points per game, basically 28 points a game. That is too many to be given up. Okay? So, hey, and for that reason, that's why I got Tennessee at number 5 in my top 5 SEC rankings. After 4 weeks, out of everybody in the top 5, Tennessee's defense gives up more points than any other, the other 4 teams. But in saying that now, they put more points on the board per game than any of the top 4 in my top 5 SEC rankings. So they put up more points and they give up more points. So, but for that reason, them giving up more points than the other 4 teams, that's why I got them at number 5, okay? So, Tennessee at number 5. All right, at number 4, some of you might not like this, but coming in at number 4, I got Georgia. I had them at number 1 last week. Sure did. Just like my Alabama Crimson Tide dropped in the AP poll rankings, Georgia dropped in my top 5 SEC rankings after week 4. Okay? Now, these Georgia Bulldogs, all right, they put up 45 against Marshall. They put up 28 in a struggle against Austin Peay, and they put up 44 against Tennessee. All right? An overtime victory for those Georgia Bulldogs on the road in Neyland Stadium. Okay? Georgia averages 39 points a game, but they gives up 18 points per game. All right. I understand against the 2 cupcakes that you only gave up 1 score, 7 points, 1 touchdown against Marshall, 6 points against Austin Peay, 2 field goals. But you got to remember, against Austin Peay, the cupcake, you only scored 28 and you only had 14 points at the half. Yeah, you won the game, but you didn't play good at all. Also, against Tennessee, you got to look at how you win. Even though you win, you was down 21-7. You know, you had to go into overtime. You had to stage like 2 or 3 comebacks. Fine and dandy. You won the game. But the fact of the matter is, you still gave up 41 points, over 40 points. All right. And you giving up 18 points a game. I understand you only played 3 games. And only 1 of those games, you gave up a lot of points. But we all know you ain't going to give up a lot of points to Marshall and Austin Peay. But why is it that you giving up 41 points to Tennessee? Why is that? You're supposed to have one of the best defenses in the country. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of other SEC teams on your schedule. One coming up this week. Are you going to give up 41 or 40 to Alabama? We'll see. But anyway, you number 4 on my top 5 SEC rankings. I know my ranking don't matter to you, don't matter to nobody else. But the fact of the matter is, you're supposed to be one of the top teams in the country. You're matter of fact, you're a top 5 team in the country. Why are you giving up 40 points to Tennessee? Tell me that. All right. And also, I got you taking your first loss against my Alabama Crimson Tide this weekend. But anyway, I got UGA at number 4. Coming in at number 3, I got the LSU Tigers. LSU done had some hiccups this season, man. They ain't lost, but they done had some games where you thought that they would just blow a team out the water, put up a lot of points with Garrett Nussmeier, but that offense had some problems in the first 3 games. Now against a Southeastern Louisiana this past week, they put up 56 points, which I thought they would have did something like that against Louisiana Tech, but it didn't happen. Okay, they beat Clemson. Clemson is not, we see now, Clemson is not a good team. So the win over Clemson in week 1 really is not a good win. Okay, the win over Florida in week 3, that's not a good win. And that was a struggle win for LSU. Anyway, LSU put up 17 points against Clemson, only giving up 10. They put up 23 against Louisiana Tech, only giving up 7. I feel like they should have put up more than 23 points. Against the Florida Gators, they put up 20, only giving up 10. Okay? So, Florida, they got a good defense. So, I ain't going to even say, what's wrong with that offense? What's wrong with that offense? I think Miami put up, 27 points? You know, Florida got a good defense. All right. Southeast Louisiana, 56, they only gave up 10. So, LSU is averaging 29 points a game, only giving up 9.5. So they giving up less than 10 points a game. Nobody has scored more than 10 points on this LSU defense. So that's LSU got a great defense, a complete turnaround from the past 2 years. But if that offense can get it going against in SEC play or against Power 4 opponents, then they will be a really great team with the potential of going to a national championship if they can get that offense started against Power 4 programs, against SEC programs. As I said, LSU, 29 points a game, giving up less than 10 points a game. So for that reason, that's why I got LSU at number 3 on my top 5 SEC rankings. And at number 2, I got them Oklahoma Sooners. Boy, did y'all see Oklahoma defense this past weekend sacking the Auburn Tigers quarterback 10 times, but 10 times on paper. But really, it was 11 times. They didn't take it. They elected to take the penalty, so that sack didn't count. But 10 times on paper. OU got wins against Illinois State in week 1, 35-3. Against the Michigan Wolverines, week 2, 24-13. Against Temple, 42-3 in week 3. And this past weekend against Auburn, 24-17. Oklahoma is averaging 31.25 points a game, only giving up 8 points per game. LSU and Oklahoma is the only 2 teams in my top 5 that's giving up single-digit points, through these 4 games that they done played. Georgia only played 3 games, okay? Georgia done played 3 games, everybody else done played 4. But in saying that, Georgia is giving up more points through their 3 games than 3 of the teams in the top 5 in 4 games. So, but anyway, OU only giving up 8 points per game. That defense is one of the best defenses in all of college football. And I think LSU and Oklahoma got the best defense in the SEC. Those 2 teams. Yeah, sure do. LSU giving up 9.5. OU giving up 8. OU only giving up 8 points per game while averaging 31.25 points per game. Who would have thought? And for that reason, I got Oklahoma at number 2. And at number 1, surprise, surprise, surprise. The number 1 team on OKB's top 5 rankings after week 4 is those Vanderbilt Commodores. I feel like Vanderbilt is the most complete team in the SEC, offensively and defensively. Come on now. LSU, not LSU, but Vanderbilt has beaten 2 Power 4 opponents. Okay? They put up in week 1, 45-3 against Charleston Southern. Week 2, 44-20 against Virginia Tech. This is the same Virginia Tech team that South Carolina beat. So, if you ain't gonna say Virginia Tech ain't nobody when freaking Vanderbilt beat them, say it when South Carolina beat them. All right. Anyway, 44-20 against Virginia Tech. Then the very next week, they go on the road and beat South Carolina 31-7, in which South Carolina was supposed to be legit coming into this season. South Carolina were picked to be one of the best teams in the SEC coming into this season. We all see that they ain't now. But guess what? As I said, this the same team of Virginia Tech is the same team that South Carolina beat also. Okay? So anyway, Vandy did what they had to do against South Carolina on the road, blowing them out in their own damn house. They did that. And then this past week, against Georgia State, a team that they lost to last year, Vandy put up 70 points on them. 70-21. Yeah. Vanderbilt is averaging 47.5 points per game. Or 47.5 points per game. Only second to Tennessee. Come on, man. Vanderbilt is putting up 18 more points than Oklahoma. They're putting up 29, 39. No, they putting up 16 more points than Oklahoma. They putting up 29, 39, 18 more points than LSU. 8 points more than Georgia. And 6 points less than Tennessee. So they average, like I said, they're averaging 47.5 points a game, and they're only giving up 13 points per game, really 12.75 points per game. A recipe for winning when you averaging 47.5 and only giving up 12.75. Vanderbilt, as I said, is the most complete team in the SEC. All you got to do is watch them. They blowing teams out 45-3, 44-20, 31-7, 70-21. Their closest win is by 24 points. They won by 24 against Virginia Tech. They won by 24 against fucking South Carolina. Both Power 4 schools they done played, they beat them by 24 points. First week against Charleston Southern. How many did they win by? 42. And then this past week, Georgia State, remember, a team that beat them last year. How many did they beat them? Vandy beat them by this week. Oh, we gonna say 49 points. Who doing it better in the SEC right now than Vandy? I don't want to hear, oh, they ain't played nobody. I know they done played 2 Power 4 programs, one of them from the SEC. I do know that. Sure do. You look at Oklahoma, who I got at number 2. 2 Power 4 opponents in them Michigan Wolverines and those Auburn Tigers. Yeah, man. At number 3, I got LSU. They got 2 Power 4 wins, Clemson and Florida. You can say it ain't a good team all you want. The fact of the matter is they took care of business. And you look at Georgia, they got one Power 4 win. Of course, they ain't played for one Power 4 school, and it's an SEC program. They won, but they struggled like hell. Like a motherfucker. I mean, Jesus. Then Tennessee, they got one Power 4 win, and that's against Syracuse, but they gave up 26 points. So come on now. Come on now. Getting back to Vandy in their Power 4 conference, on their schedule. They ain't gave up that many points. They gave up 20 to Virginia Tech and 7 to South Carolina. Come on now. Oklahoma, in their wins, they gave up 13 and 17 against their 2 Power 4 opponents. All right. LSU, 10 and 10 against their Power 4 opponents. So I feel like I got 1 through 3 correct with Vandy, OU, and LSU. Matter of fact, I think I got the whole top 5 rankings correct. Sure do. But Vandy at number 1, OU at number 2, LSU at number 3, UGA at 4, Tennessee at 5. I don't need to go up over how many points each team is gaining offensively or how many they giving up defensively. All I know is Vandy is the most complete team in the SEC. And if you feel like I'm wrong, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. But this is my top 5 SEC rankings after week 4. All right? So y'all let me know what you think. If you agree, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know. All right? But y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And roll damn Tide.